with me today is Jim Peskin.
Hi.
Jim Peskin is head of the Montclair Arts Council, and he's here to discuss a program called the Creative Aging Initiative. Did I get it right this time?
Completely right.
Okay. The Creative Aging Initiative is a program that has been on board here in Montclair for a while, and Jim's going to tell us a little bit about it, how it came into being, and how it came to us here in our community.
Actually, the creative aging is actually a national movement, and it's based on some principles about creative expression for older adults. And it's based on, there's a national program for this. And here, I'll just read a little bit of something from one of their mission statement. And it says, the arts can serve in powerful ways to engage elders in a creative and healing process of self-expression, enabling them to create works that honor their life experience. So this is the idea of creative aging. It's and the way that's translated to those of us who practice it, it's a series of arts programs that get people involved and get people creating. And what's absolutely terrific about the Creative Aging Initiative is that it's based on some national studies that have documented the fact that if you are engaged and if you are working on arts programs and you are creating art or literature or whatever, you're healthier. And they have actually documented that people are happier, they have a better sense of well-being, they go to the doctor less, and they feel a whole lot better. So this is an absolutely wonderful example of how the arts aren't just important, they are better for you to live with. And the way this program came to Montclair was one of our board members, Geriatric, attended a conference at the National Creative Aging Movement held in Newark at NJPAC, and it was called the Focus on Arts and Aging. And what they did was they gathered professionals from all over the state of New Jersey, and I think nationally as well, and they talked about how you could actually do creative aging programs. And so Jerry brought back that message from that conference, and he said Montclair would be a wonderful place to do this, and he put together a steering committee, a planning committee, and that was in 2006. And since then, we've been just gradually building this creative aging initiative, and we've just in the last year or so have begun to offer some actual programs, and we're beginning to be up and running.
When you say art, some people will probably be thinking drawing and painting and thinking, oh, I can't draw a straight line, and I tried painting when I was in kindergarten, and that was enough. Tell me and our audience a little bit about what you mean by arts in creative aging.
Okay, the arts is, I actually happen to be a theater director, and I can tell you from my experience in directing plays and working with actors that just simply learning how to act is an experience that uses every particle of who you are. It uses your body to move, your mouth to speak, it involves music, it involves dance, it involves all kinds of things. And the fact is, we teach theater to little tiny, little 2- and 3-year-old kids, and it is a lifelong art form. It can be anyone at any age can participate in it without any training at all. And the benefits, it's fun to do, and it really activates, it really opens up your brain. So so theater is one art form. We have just actually been, the first art form we've officially worked with is writing. And writing's the same thing. Of course, some of us are Leo Tolstoy or, Roth or something like that. But also, just simply writing and recording your thoughts and your memories and your feelings is really important to express who you are. And whether it's punctuated properly or not just doesn't make any difference whatsoever. It's the act of expressing, it's the act of sharing, it's the act of communicating with that. And we just did a program called Silver Scribes that actually started with that. And that involved writers, some of whom were very experienced, and some of whom had never written anything before, and they all worked together, and they shared their writing, they created things together, and it was a wonderful program. So it can be arts. Painting and visual arts is another wonderful outlet, but that's by no means the only one. It's kind of
Okay. Now, you mentioned the Silver Scribes program, and I think we have an excerpt from the Silver Scribes program that we're going to show our audience now.
Bloodletting, crackling and screaming, thunder and lightning, frothing at the mouth, limbs cracking, lightning, fire, loud sounds, thunder, cleansing my water, blood and salt and sweat. After the deluge, after the downpour, after the dark, sweet rain, everything shining, everything made anew, mud everywhere, flowing and clotting, creatures crawling out of the mud, some on bellies, some on all fours, and now the two-legged creatures come again, with their voices, their songs, come once more to try again, after the light, before the storm comes once more.
And bringing up the rear on the storm section, Mr. Tony.
Storms will come, and they sometimes do. Some pass on through, and some last for a few. Whatever the weather, be it pleasure or pain, for me it's the price for change. I just march on through to a brighter day, when the clouds have all withered away. I hope and pray they will stay away, but I know how life goes, and the song plays. There will be stormy days, some dark blues and gloomy grays. But the showers of April bring with them the beautiful colors of May. For this too the Lord has made. I'll just strut on through, unafraid. I will not be denied or delayed. No storm will stand in my way. I'll just march on through and wake up to a brighter day.
If I remember correctly, there's another very important, very exciting program that the Arts Council put together called Passports to Remembrance.
Yes, there is.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. This program actually happened a couple of years ago, and what it was is we got a group of seniors who were interviewers, photographers, and they interviewed and photographed another group of seniors who had an object that they thought was interesting. And so what we did was we took a photograph of the senior and the object, we got a story about the person and the object, and we created a photo exhibit that put together the picture of the object and the text of the interview that explained the context or a story that went with the object. It started out at the Montclair Public Library in 2007. It was there for about a month or so, and then it was upstairs here in the municipal building for another year, and just recently it moved. It's now at the Montclair State in the exhibition space at Life Hall, and it's on display for the entire university community or anybody who wants to walk up to Montclair State and take the tour. It's right there.
Notice he said walk. Parking at Montclair State is an issue, as we all know, but it would be well worth your time and effort to get up to Montclair State and to see this absolutely fascinating exhibit. We're going to show you one or two pictures from this exhibit so you get a taste of it, but I strongly advise that folks in Montclair or in the surrounding area take some time between now and the end of February?
Right, it'll be there through the end of February.
Through the end of February, to go up to Life Hall at Montclair State and look at this absolutely delightful exhibit. We're hoping that our viewers will be able to sign up for some other upcoming programs. I understand that we may have Silver Scribes again in the future.
We enjoyed it so much, and I think the people who participated in it enjoyed it so much that we really want to continue it. And if you send, we have an electronic newsletter which we send out, and if you send us your email address to info.montclairarts@gmail.com, we'll put you on the mailing list, and we will send you electronically whatever's happening.